How's it going there, ladies and gentlemen? So one of the great things about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon is that they brought in a load of tutor moves, right? They did this back in Black and White 2, they did this with Oras. Yeah, there's always tutor moves to be added to Pokemon from previous gens. So the point in this video is to focus on the competitive impact of certain tutor moves that were added to Gen 7 Pokes. There were some from previous gens, so for example Liquidation on Kingler, which are pretty good, but for the most part I'm going to be focusing on just the newer Pokemon. So let me start off with Defog. So Defog is hugely important in competitive games, whether it be VGC or Smogon. Defog obviously removes hazards from both sides of the field, and also removes screens from your opponent's side of the field. So we've got Comfey, we've got Rabombi, we've got Silvally, Landorus, obviously previous gens, but I thought it was quite significant, so I thought I'd mention it. Klefki, again, same thing, and Whimsicott. Whimsicott especially is nice because obviously it gets access to Prankster, so the fact that you can remove all hazards from your side of the field with Prankster is pretty amazing in my opinion. Comfey and Rabombi, especially Rabombi with its higher base speed, can definitely pull off a set like that. You could run some sort of support set, you know, Defog, Roost, and then dual screens of your own maybe. So, you know, it's always nice to have more Defoggers in the game, so you'd have to rely on a certain few. Because after a while that just gets boring and no one wants that. Next move is going to be Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock of course is great for wearing down anything on entry, particularly things that are weak to it. Flying types, fire types, bug types, etc. So a couple of pokes that got it this gen. We have Mudsdale. So Mudsdale before didn't really have a defensive slash support set, even though it has a nice sort of defensive ability and stamina. Obviously raises your defense every time you get hit. So Stealth Rock kind of opens up an opportunity there for a nice defensive Mudsdale set. You also got Palossand, which obviously gets access to Shore Up, as well as having great defensive typing, Ghost slash Dark. So, in my opinion, again, another poke that can now be used in a more defensive role, whereas before you'd normally run sort of an offensive Palossand. Maybe a Toxic Store set, but, you know, not that much utility in terms of what it can do for the team. And Kommo-o. Kommo-o isn't really used as a defensive poke, but maybe you can run some sort of lead set with Rocks, Draco Meteor, Close Combat, something like that. To be honest, I can't see it being run that much on Kommo-o, but it's nice to know. Next one, there isn't actually too much to say. Knockoff is an incredible move, you guys are probably well aware of that, anyone who's played competitive. Knocks off an item, very nice base power, and obviously Dark typing is pretty good offensively speaking. So a few of the Gen 7 pokes that get it from the move tutors, at least the ones that drew my attention. We've got Incineroar, obviously gets Stab, Toucannon, Lurantis, Zarina, Persimmon, obviously great for fighting types, using to hit Psychic types and Ghost types. Golisopod, Kamala, Delmise. Delmise not so much because you're probably going to run a Ghost move anyway, but you know, it's Knockoff. Knockoff's a great move. Guzzlord, obviously great stab move, and the Crozma, just in case you're running some kind of physical set. Next one on my list is Drain Punch, and obviously the same thing this gen is happening as what happened with Pangoro last gen. So Pangoro got hugely buffed with access to Drain Punch. You can now obviously go for an SD set, a bulk up set, regain back a lot of that HP, and obviously with Pangoro you got the stab and the Iron Fist as well. So in this gen, you've got Crabominable, obviously stab and Iron Fist. Mimikyu, a little bit less useful, but you know, maybe it's nice to hit steel types, that sort of thing. Persimmon, again, you can run a bulk up slash SD set. I actually don't know if it gets both of those moves, but I'm pretty sure it gets at least bulk up. Beware, same kind of thing. Kommo-o, I feel like you'd probably be more likely to run Close Combat on Kommo-o, but you know, there's nothing wrong with running Drain Punch, it's always a pretty solid move. You also got Buzzwole. Buzzwole absolutely loves this with a sub bulk up set. And Guzzlord, not that useful in Guzzlord because it has a massive HP stat and it's not going to be gaining that much back from other pokes, but it's a solid move nonetheless. Next one is going to be Zen Headbutt, and the reason I like this move is because it allows a lot of pokes that are weak to fighting types to actually hit them hard in return. So on my list here we've got Lycanroc, especially the Twilight form, which obviously gets access to Tough Claws. We have Beware, we have Togedemaru, Crabominable, and Gumshoos. So those were the main 5 I wanted to look at because they cover quite a few Pokemon. The next ones I'm going to list are a little bit more sort of niche, but they are pretty useful moves for certain pokes. So Drill Run in particular for the Lycanroc forms, especially the Twilight form obviously because you get the Tough Claws once again, and also Golisopod. I don't see it being that useful on Golisopod, but maybe it'll be nice for hitting stuff like Stack Attacker, you know what I mean? Tailwind is one of my personal favourite moves and is now given to Comfy and Rabombi. Again, both pretty quick Pokemon that can actually make good use of that. Not a great move competitively speaking, but I like it, so I thought I'd put it in there. And we got a few here at the end just for single Pokemon. Again, there are more Pokemon that learn these moves, but these are the ones that jumped out to me. So Giga Drain, Comfy now gets access to this, and obviously it gets the +2 priority of its ability, which is very nice, especially for Calm Mind or Choice Spec set. Superpower, the one I picked out here was Lurantis, just because it can obviously benefit from the contrary. So maybe like a Sun Team sweeper with Superpower plus Solar Blade, something like that. I can't see it being that great, physically speaking, when you get access to Leaf Storm on the special side, but it's worth a shot, right? Synthesis is now given to Delmise, which means it's a lot better as a support / rapid spinner. You don't always have to run an offensive / AV set. And Iron Head has now been given to Togedemaru. Thank Christ it finally got a stab move that wasn't jarable. So those are just a few of my favourites, ones that I think will impact the competitive metagame quite a bit, especially the earlier ones such as Defog and Stealth Rock. Let me know what you guys think in terms of the tutor moves. I honestly love the fact that they're introducing more of these into the game. Adds a little bit more spice, mixes things up a bit, makes it so lesser used Pokemon like Mudsdale or Palossand can actually be viable in the competitive scene. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Pokemon content. See you all next time.